Let's get into Kim Kardashian's new show with Ryan Murphy on Hulu.
Oh, oh
That
my
is the
God.
reaction. It is
Oh,
called All's Fair, and it's Kim K and Naomi Watts and Sarah Paulson, who is just like in full camp mode. Niecy Nash, uh, Glenn Close. You know, it's so they play all these high-powered female divorce lawyers, and there are many things to say about this show. I have yet to get through the pilot episode or the initial episode because it is so bad. I am a fan of good bad TV. This is so bad, but what really does it for me, Tim, is I don't think I have come across a deader soul. I mean, Prince Harry is now in the running, but Kim Kardashian for dead eyes, flat affect, zero seeming like elevated, like nothing seems to bring this woman alive. Talk to me about your initial reactions.
so when you asked me to check out this show, I like verbally groaned. Not, I mean, first of all, I was like, great, it's something else to talk about on the nerve. But
No, I
also,
get it.
I was like, oh, because I was going to avoid this show like the plague, and then just seeing the initial results, like every media outlet is not even mincing their words. Like I feel like all these different media outlets love to post Kim and everything, but right now they're like, this is the worst show in the world. Like they're not even sure they're not sure if like this is on purpose because it's not even camp. Like camp, like it's almost like they like on set they were like, how can we make this as camp as possible? Which there in fact makes it like not camp, which makes it just like I don't know, just bad.
Right.
It's almost like everyone on set every day was like, yes, queen. Like that's all I can hear is yes, queen all day long. It's just like, how can we make this yes, queen? Everything has to be yes, queen. Like let's all be cool. Everything is so cool. And Kim looks stunning, but exactly like you said, like she's not an actress, and it's just very painfully apparent when you're watching the show.
I don't think she was cast to be an actress. I think she was sort of cast to be a version of herself. I mean, this is like a deep cut for younger audience members, but you know, like a Zsa Zsa Gabor or a Pia Zadora, you know, those were people who were always sort of cast as themselves. They weren't
Mhm.
necessarily actresses, but they were characters, right? They were
Yeah.
characters, they had personas. And Kim Kardashian's actual problem is I think she is as dead in real life as she is on this show. And I also like there are times when I see her in this episode and I'm like, wait, is that Kris Jenner? Because she has actually had so much work that you can mistake her for a woman twice her age, like her own mother. I want to take a look at this from the red carpet recently. Sarah Paulson, who is one of Ryan's muses, and Sarah, I would say back away from working with this guy because the dialogue in your mouth and the stuff that you are being asked to do on the show is embarrassing. It's embarrassing. She is asked on the red carpet by this ET correspondent what it was like to work with Kim Kardashian or how it was trying to mimic her. At one point, her character has to mimic her. And listen for what Sarah does not say. Let's go.
What helped you get into character for when you were playing Kim K, though? Was it the hair and makeup and the costumes, or did you watch clips? Like, did you get her mannerisms in?
By the time we were doing this section of the show, we'd been working together for about 5 months. So, and also I'm like a person
Stalling.
in society who's like been aware of Kim Kardashian for, you know, a lot of my life. So,
Stalling.
but like, you know, I had her nails, we got the nail color. I mean, it was a lot of the makeup, and I was like, oh, I look fabulous. I was like, oh, this is what it should be. I've done it wrong my whole life.
Are you kidding me? You are fabulous.
Thank you. But I'm just saying the makeup was like, oh. Kim was like, your hair should be dark. You should make it really dark. And I was like, I should.
Okay, Sarah, first of all, Sarah Paulson is a legitimate actress. Kim Kardashian is not. And what I took away from that was that she could only speak to the nails and the hair.
I think so too. I mean, it was all about the looks, right? But I think that's pretty much all. I hate to say it, whatever. That's pretty much what Kim is known for, and that's all she
That's
brings to
true.
it
I don't
because
think that's mean. I think that's true.
I think what her problem is that she's just living in this world where she's just so afraid to be embarrassed. She's so afraid to look stupid. She's afraid to make an ugly face. She's afraid to like, she can't even laugh without like that ha 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 ha. Like it's all very performative because she needs to look good. She's almost like performing as if there's constantly a camera snapping a picture at all times, and she wants every single movement and image to look amazing. And that's just not how an actress is. That's not how that you can't act that way. So you can model that way, but you can't act that way. And I think he keeps putting her, this is the second show he's worked with Kim.
Right.
And he keeps putting her with these other actresses that are much stronger than her. So I feel like American Horror Story was like his little intro with her. He was kind of like, let me start you off with this, and horrible. That was horrible to watch.
I never saw it.
Oh my God, it was literally the most horrible season ever. But then this show, I think he was maybe gearing her up, like, we're gonna have you with Glenn Close, we're gonna have you with some really strong actresses, so let's get you on this other show first, practice, and then maybe thought she'd be a powerhouse on this one too, but I don't know. It didn't really work out. And it's more obvious because she's with Glenn Close and with these other actresses.
Glenn Close, by the way, has got to be very careful. Her face is becoming a hardened mask. There is a close-up of her in episode 1, and this is where I go with Ryan Murphy. Like, he's got issues with women. He really does. Glenn looks like she looks like it's not flattering, and I love her as an actress, and it bums me out to say this, but I think that you are absolutely right about Kim. Part of the reason she is so wooden is that, first of all, her face has had so many interventions and it's frozen. But secondly, there is a fear that she might, for a millisecond, be shot at an unflattering angle or have an expression that makes her look imperfect. And, there's an old saying when it comes to writing or any kind of producing any kind of art, don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. And I think that Kim is beyond help. We're going to take one other look at her on the red carpet being asked, again, these softball questions are just, I feel embarrassed for both participants. Here we go.
First, I just have to say congratulations. Every single person I talked to tonight has just raved about you, and they're all just blown away by your capabilities and your ability to juggle your entire life. What does that mean to you, knowing how highly they speak of you?
Oh my gosh, that is so nice. I love these women. We learned a lot together. I learned a lot from them, showing up and coming on set every single day, and just seeing them work and seeing what they do. They are the best at what they do. That was the best lesson I could have learned. I just said all I have to do is make sure I'm prepared, make sure I
Okay, we could stop her right there. It's enough. I mean, the question was not they all raved about I thought the interviewer was going to say your acting. And they were like, they raved about your ability to multitask. Which, like, please, she's got an army of assistants and executive assistants and what have you. But
yeah, like they all said you look really nice, and they all said that you were really nice. but
right?
She said it right there at the end. She was like, all I have to do is know my lines and be on time. Well, not really. There's a lot more that you have to do when it comes to acting, and I feel like
act.
Yeah, like really, and not being afraid to embarrass yourself or like make a stupid, angry face. I mean, Sarah Paulson has played some humiliatingly ugly roles.
Yes.
And like it's just part of acting. If you want to be in this world, you can't just always play the most glamorous person. You won't always have Ryan Murphy to like make sure that you look flawless in every shot. Like, acting be damned. As long as your eyelashes are perfectly in place, you're not going to have that with most directors. So I think unless she wants to work with Ryan Murphy forever, I don't really see it.
And get with it, because everybody knows if you're a beautiful actress, the only way to like get cred and an Oscar is to ugly yourself up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is part of it. You have to become a character. That's why you see character actors working so often, because like they're not a big star, they're not the most good-looking person, but they can play so many roles that they're the most booked ever.
Right, but this runs counter to Kim K's like reason for existing. It's not to be an accomplished actor, contribute to the art of theater, film, or television, or streaming. It's to be famous. It's just to be famous. That's it.
So go to the red carpet. It's to like take pictures of the carpet and be like, look at what I've worked on, but like don't actually look at the work.
Yeah, don't look at the work. Don't, unless it's her ass or her face. Has your dentist recommend that you wear a night guard because you grind your teeth while you sleep, like so many Americans do? If so, let me tell you about Remy. Their custom night guards are the answer to your problems. You get the same professional quality as a dentist-made guard, but at 80% less cost, and it's more convenient. No appointments, no bouncing around, no waiting rooms, nothing. You can also use your HSA FSA at checkout. Here's how it works. Remy sends an impression kit to your door. You follow the very simple instructions, send it back, and they craft your custom fit night guard. Boom. And if you order your night guard between now and December 24th, Remy is gifting their customers with a free 2-in-1 foam that cleans your night guard and whitens your teeth just in time for the holiday season. Go to shopremy.com/nerve and use code NERVE to receive 55% off your new night guard plus your free foam gift. That's shopremi.com/nerve for 55% off a night guard plus free gift using code NERVE. And thank you, Remy, for sponsoring this episode.